Do you ever wish that you could recover from all the feelings of shyness faster than you do? I'm sexuality empowerment coach Heather Elizabeth, and right now I am at Sex Geek Summer Camp. That's why the backdrop around me is gorgeous, and you can probably hear Abrams Creek in the background. So I'm at a camping retreat for sex geeks, which means I am surrounded by people who are fantastic and awesome and amazing and really passionate about sex and all the things I'm passionate about. But that actually activates a lot of my shyness and a lot of my feelings and anxiety around meeting people and whether or not they're going to like me, whether or not they're going to think the ideas that I think are cool, whether or not we're going to match, whether or not I'm going to be friends with my cabin mates. All these things are kind of coming up, and I know this is similar to what a lot of people experience when we're out there dating, when we're out there trying to build relationships, when we're asking our partners for what we want sexually. We get that shyness, we get that awkwardness, and that can be really emotionally draining. So I wanted to quickly share with you today my 3 tips for working through that shyness and working, well, not necessarily through that shyness, but really working through those feelings so that your shyness and your anxiety will start to hold you back less and less, because shyness is a thing. We have to work through it. But if we can practice really good self-care and know what we need to help ground ourselves and help ourselves feel better after we're going through a shy moment, we can kind of rejuvenate ourselves and get back in the game sooner and keep asking and keep putting ourselves out there and keep going out on dates and keep doing the things we need to do to build the connections we want. So here are my favorite 3 tips. Number 1, get back in my body by any means necessary. That might mean asking someone for a hug. That might mean doing some stretching. That might mean just taking a moment to hold myself so I can feel the skin on my arms. I can feel the weight of my hands on my chest. Even tugging my ear a little is a great way to really feel sensation in my body. Number 2, I actually totally like to retreat into myself and kind of take a quiet little time to kind of build up my resources by retreating within myself, and I do that through music. So I have an iPod that is absolutely loaded with my favorite songs, and I just grab some earbuds, I stick them in, and I go sit somewhere by myself, a quiet corner, a spot on the grass, anywhere where I can find to be alone, and kind of just use that music to get back within myself and re-energize myself. And then number 3, I find my own personal cheerleader. So I reach out to someone who I already know cares about me, who is already there to support me, and I say, hey, I'm about to really push my boundaries. I'm about to really put myself out there. Can you check in with me in half an hour and just make sure I'm okay? And if I'm not okay, can you give me like a little punch on the arm and shore me up a little bit, because I just did something that was really hard for me. So if you're about to ask someone out or ask your partner for something that's been stressing you, or share something that has been on your mind, like a conflict you need to resolve. My favorite task is actually number 3, getting a buddy to buy in with you so that they can, number 1, help keep you accountable, and number 2, shore you up a little bit if you need it, or celebrate the fact that you actually pushed yourselves. So I would love to hear from you what your favorite way of kind of working through the feelings of shyness and anxiety are for you. Share them in the comments below, or you can email me, heather@AuthenticSexualYou.com. And as always, I look forward to hearing what you have to say.